It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's basketball out in Oklahoma City, Chesapeake Energy Arena to be exact. We'll see the Thunder go up against the Atlanta Hawks. Looking at the Hawks, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And you talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. How about that fan base, guys? Some of the most rabid, supportive fans in the league. That place is loud.
One of the best home court advantages in the league. The bond between the team and the city is pretty impressive. I missed that. I know you missed that at Clutch City, Kenny.
Oh, I miss it, man. It's Thunder Mania. It's like it was Clutch City Mania. They fill that arena. They're loud. They're supportive. Win, lose, or draw, you're going to hear them.
And that's it for now as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Thunder at the peak at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Last outing for Atlanta, they won that game against the Indiana Pacers. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
Guys, there's so many great scorers in our league. It makes it tough to get stops, but somehow they were able to do it consistently in that one.
Well, obviously props to them for playing lockdown defense. They looked flustered throughout the game. Nothing came easy to their opponent. That was well done.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, we all know how hard Russell Westbrook plays every night. Coach Billy Donovan said he plays with such force and passion. He gets so intense, so competitive, so emotional, but he's doing a good job of bringing himself back together and understanding there's other guys out there depending on him. Kevin?
And that's how Russ has always been, D.A., a high-motor player who leaves it all out on the floor. And a couple of big-time pivots going head-to-head tonight. Doris, looking at the NBA right now, how has that center position evolved on both ends of the floor?
Well, it seems to me that increasingly, unless you're a shot maker from the perimeter, you can't find time on an NBA floor. So certainly they've become more perimeter-oriented. The ability to at least make a mid-range jump shot helps the spacing on the floor. And then obviously on the defensive end, Kevin, the more valuable you are is based on can you switch and pick and roll situations, guard a variety of positions, say 3, 4, 5, and if necessary in an absolute pickle, can you stay with a guard if you've got to switch a pick and roll between a big and a small.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court right now for the Hawks. Filling out the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Dwayne Dedman is out there with Collins, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. There's the pick. George passes to Roberson. Good on the three-point shot. Roberson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, just the ability to have the kind of vision that Paul George has, exceptional at getting his teammates the basketball.
Count that one.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
It couldn't have come at a better time. With the score being as close as it is, he had to make that play.
Here's Prince, following the score by Oklahoma City. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with the 3. They get the rebound. Dedman. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Oklahoma City. It's his first trip to the line.
Numbers this year at the line below 70. So when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Shooting 2.
first one falls.
And the Hawks in the last couple seasons with some roster turnover, established veterans departing, and now with Millsap leaving, they have embraced a complete rebuild.
And so he makes both from the line. And the Hawks traded Howard and lost Paul Millsap in short time. So the rebuild, it would appear, is on for Atlanta.
Yeah, and it seems like they feel good with how they've approached it. You know, you got to commit to turning things over and starting anew. And the Hawks have taken the first steps to building towards the future.
If Westbrook senses even a sliver of space, he is going to attack the cup.
Schroeder kicks to Collins. There's the pass to Prince. There's the feed to Collins. Back to Schroeder. Over Westbrook. Westbrook with the block.
Oh, my goodness. Russell Westbrook twice on the pipe sends that shot back. My goodness.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Screen by Adams. Westbrook dishes to Adams. Back to Westbrook. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And George, here we go. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Bazemore passes to Dedmon. Out to the right wing. Schroeder against Westbrook. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And that one is good. Roberson's got 5 points so far.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. It's stolen by Adams. It's Westbrook with the drive, and Westbrook throws it down.
You cannot give Russell Westbrook a lane to the basket. This guy will slam it in your face quicker than you can say boo.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Schroeder against Westbrook. Now here's Schroeder. Defense is right there.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Yeah, he's rising to the occasion as you're trying to keep pace on the scoreboard.
Now here's Schroeder coming off a solid outing against Indiana. With the shot. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Westbrook dishes to Robertson. Outside, George. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. That's good from George. And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him. But, Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
Atlanta making a switch here. Bembry's checked in. That one misses.
Well, when Paul George announced this summer that he intended to leave for the Lakers when the contract ran out, you knew what was coming. Even as a rental possibility, the suitors lined up, and eventually the price was paid, and now George finds himself in a Thunder uniform.
And to many, the Thunder came out of nowhere to land George in that trade.
You know, most thought Cleveland or maybe Boston were the front runners for his services, but the Thunder snuck in and made their team a 2-star squad once again. Very interesting to see how far the duo of Westbrook and George can go.
And going into last season, Kent Bazemore commanding a salary in excess of $17 million. Greg, how did an undrafted player coming off his first starting season in the league get that kind of salary?
Timing is everything. Reflection of the market. You remember he had that huge spike in the cap. It's also a bet on his upside and work ethic. And with Bazemore, you see that the dedication to improve is there, and that's what made the Hawks comfortable with the contract.
They set the pick, and stolen by Felton. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
I love the tenacity right now. Definitely on the prowl, looking for every opportunity to make a steal. The other team has got to be sharp.
Offensive rebound. Here's Patterson. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Schroeder with the ball. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Here's Westbrook. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Well, this guy knows how to do this in the open floor. Russell Westbrook in transition is the most dangerous player.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Outside, Felton. Schroeder against Westbrook. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. He dishes it to Bazemore. All alone in Atlanta again with the bucket. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Good work there as it goes.
Russell Westbrook with his head on a swivel. He understands where his guys are at all times.
Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Utah Jazz.
And guys, we often hear the argument offense is the best defense, and that was the case for them.
Well, you can't really argue when they're executing like that. It was really perfect offense.
Plumlee is checked in for Atlanta. The Hawks trail by 5. Schroeder passes to Plumlee. Back to Schroeder. Lays it up off the glass. Schroeder's got 6 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. Outside, George. Screen by Adams. Felton against Schroeder. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Patterson setting the pick for George. From deep three-point range. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Atlanta.
And what a luxury to have the mid-range game looking so strong. They are feasting on that mid-range look, and they've been knocking them down here at a really nice clip.
The Hawks trail by 3. Here is Plumlee. Here's Schroeder. Excellent D there from George.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
Yep, that one goes. And that's now 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook can absorb contact, Kevin. He's got great focus and great finishing ability.
There's a good screen. Now Bazemore. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. 9 points in the game so far.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right, the effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Outside for George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The dish now to Bazemore. Collins, a screen on Westbrook. Schroeder. That doesn't go either for Schroeder. The Thunder leading by 6. Outside Westbrook. Inside. Feeds to Patterson. Buries it down low. And the Thunder lead by 8. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
Here's Bembry, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That's on Patrick Patterson. The Hawks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. And Doris, you've spoken in the past about the art form of drawing a foul. Who are some of the best players that you've seen in executing that?
Well, I think the preeminent guy at this point would have to be James Harden, right? And this guy specializes in the and one, the 3-shot opportunities from 3. And listen, that is part of the game, and we do not want to take that aspect away, right? Because and ones have always been a part of the game. What we need to evaluate is at what point does a shot attempt begin versus those guys who are throwing themselves, or in James Harden's case, sometimes grabbing the arm of the defender and creating a foul where none existed before.
He's been very clever in perfecting that, and I give him credit because he has taken what's given and really exploited it.
Well, it might become known if they make a change as the Harden rule, Kevin.
You're right. It probably will be. Here's Bembry. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana. Muscala misses.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Brewer. Kicks it to Collison. Brewer dishes to Felton. Passes it to Grant. Here's Abrinas. He's guarded by Plumlee. Goes back up. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Felton. His last 10 games, he's averaging 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
The first free throw is good. And you watch the Thunder play, and they are just so physical with teams. They will bump you inside and outside and do everything they can do to let you know they are going to lock things down.
Well, look up and down the roster, Kevin, and you're going to see very physical players. Steven Adams and Russell Westbrook set the tone. But you can't expect to play the Thunder and not be needing a little ice bath after the game.
The Hawks trail by 7. Out to the right wing. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Brewer. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Hawks second.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
And the first one at the line is good. Brewer hits them both. The Hawks trail by 9. Taylor passes to Plumlee. Dishes it to Taylor. From outside the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I'll tell you, they're willing to give him that shot, and he takes advantage of it.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Abrinas kicks to Felton. It's blocked. Taylor against Felton. Back to Taylor. Shoots it. A putback. And another shot. No good on that one. Great D that time from Collison. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Pass to Abrinas. He feeds it to Collison. Drains it from 17 feet out. Collison's got his first points of the night.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Taylor kicks to Muscala. Here's Taylor. Here's Plumlee. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
There's the pick. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Brewer. Here's Grant. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Terrific focus from Jeremy Grant. This guy understands how to take contact and fight through it.
And here is Taylor. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Delaney. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so it's Oklahoma City holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We come back right after this. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, I'd say it might have toughened him up a little bit, that's for sure. Wow, 18? That is mind-boggling.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, you really like the activity on the defensive end. Outstanding, jumping into passing lanes and coming up with steals.
Nick Collison out there with Grant. Then there's Andre Robertson. Then there's Brewer. And it's Abrinas in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Taylor kicks to Plumlee. Pass to Prince. Plumlee with the screen. There's a screen. Shoots off the screen. Misses off the right eye. The Thunder leading by 8. Grant the pass to Abrinas. To the wing right side. Screen by Grant. Roberson. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. Roberson's got 7 points.
Perfect example of how to set a great screen. Set your feet, stand firm.
Delaney kicks to Taylor. 14 feet away. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Back to Robertson. Grant the pass to Abrinas. Misses the three. The Hawks trail by 10. To the paint. Here's Plumlee. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He has 6.
I tell you, coaches love those high percentage looks in the paint. You think about what Coach Billy Donovan has had to deal with in terms of his roster makeup in his tenure in Oklahoma City. You begin with Kevin Durant and Serge Ibaka. Then you lose both those guys after your first year. And now you add Paul George. Through it all, Billy has been able to keep this team competitive.
And for Donovan, he came into a situation where success was expected. Not easy for a college transition coach. But at this point, he has overachieved.
Well, you certainly think that Billy Donovan deserves a ton of credit for the Thunder's success last season. Without Kevin Durant, the team easily could have fallen out of the playoff picture, but this guy helps the team move to a different style on offense and continue to keep the team competitive.
No good on that one. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Miles Plumlee. And he's good on the second. Doors with every team looking to spread the floor, get that space. Most big men are being asked to increase their range. Is the practice time going into that taking away from working, for instance, on other fundamentals that a big guy should be working on?
Here's how you know this is for real. When you hear Dwight Howard talking about the fact that this guy is going to spend an entire summer trying to develop the range because he wants to extend his playing career.
Sure.
Dwight Howard at one time was the single most dominant back-to-the-basket low-post center. They surrounded him with shooters. They put him in pick and roll, and he was an absolute monster. You know what? I don't know if it'll take away from the other fundamentals for the center. I do know that the role of center has drastically changed in the NBA.
2 on the clock. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Here's Taylor. Got a hand on it. The pass to Brewer. Grant gets a wide open look. Here's Collison, who's back up. Rebounded by the Hawks. Dedmon's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Prince kicks to Delaney. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
One shot.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Abrinas. 9 points last game. Here's Grant. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Taylor up top. He's covered by Grant. Shot by Taylor, no good.
Well, he carves out the space he needs. Just the finish was not good.
Robertson dishes to Grant. Right through the D for the layup. Grant's got his 2nd basket.
Well, this is why Jeremy Grant's size is important. Stretches out beautifully whenever he's close to the rack.
They set the pick. Taylor kicks to Prince. Tries a 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Prince has got himself going with the triple, his 1st basket of the game. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Screen by Grant. And Robertson has it in the corner. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
Now here's Taylor. He's got 5. Muscala, the pass to Taylor. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Dedmon. His last 10 games have been exceptional. 3rd in steals, 12th in blocks. And he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And it's his lightning-quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also, his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. And he makes the first. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Collison. Patterson comes in for Jeremy Grant. George is checked in for Brewer. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Alex Abrinas. Collins checked in for the Hawks. Ken Bazemore comes in for Malcolm Delaney. And Taylor drops them both.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Taylor against Westbrook. Out left to the wing. Fires, high post, and again it's Oklahoma City.
Russell Westbrook is as explosive an offensive player as there is in the NBA, and he's got his rhythm now.
Collins kicks it to Bazemore. Collins against Patterson. Taylor dishes to Collins. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Taylor against Westbrook. He kicks it to Patterson. Doesn't go for him. And Atlanta will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here's Collins. Adams, some nice D. Oklahoma City leading by 3 to the middle. And an impressive transition for Patrick Patterson, developing Doris into a stretch 4 in the NBA.
Well, think about it, Kev. This is a guy who only made 24 threes in 3 years at Kentucky. Now in the NBA, he averages over 100 a season.
Greg, the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
First free throw is good. Of course, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, you've been a courtside reporter, game analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
You know, Kev, I remember when Patrick Patterson was coming out of high school. Major recruiting battle. Every school seemed to want this guy. Duke, Florida, you name it. But the Kentucky Wildcats win again.
That one falls.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The Hawks trail by 6. Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. The feed now to Bazemore. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Bazemore's got 11.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Used the screen to free himself up and drove the jump shot.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Back to Roberson for 3. Bazemore grabs the miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Top of the key jumper, no good.
They're not going to get away with many mistakes like that on the defensive end. You got to get out on him right there.
Roberson can't hit. The Hawks trail by 4. Prince, right side, over George. And he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Here's Westbrook. That shot off. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Andre Roberson is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Bembry's checked in for Torian Prince. Now here's Schroeder. He has 6. Here's Collins. Another shot. And Adams sends it back.
And the defense of Steven Adams is so important to this team. They depend on him to be a rim protector now.
And here's Felton from the arc. Oklahoma City gets it back. And Adams kicks to Felton. He dishes it to George. Feeds it to Patterson. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Here's Dedmon. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. On the free throw, no good. The Thunder with the lead. Now the dish to Patterson.
Oh! Look at that. Well, a convincing finish by Patrick Patterson, giving us a demonstration of the kind of power he has at his disposal.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Collins. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here is George. He had 10 points in the win against Utah.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened.
They set the screen. Here's Schroeder, and again, it's Atlanta.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Westbrook against Schroeder. Screen by Adams. The kick out to Westbrook. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Well, how strong does Russell Westbrook venture into the paint? He is outstanding this close to the rack.
Westbrook against Schroeder. Passes it to Bembry. Collins, a screen on George. Here's Schroeder, and that one is stuffed right through.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
And so here is Oklahoma City after the basket by Atlanta. Patterson can't get it to go.
Simply have to go up stronger than that. Could be a simple layup if he shows a little more determination.
The Hawks have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And the Hawks making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. And so Bazemore nails both of them. There's 1:38 left in the first half. Now here's Felton. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Bazemore with it. George picks him up.
He got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now here's Westbrook. 17 points for him last game against Utah.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Yeah, he's rising to the occasion as you're trying to keep pace on the scoreboard.
It's Schroeder with the drive. That one drops for him. Schroeder's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Muscala, he's checked in for Atlanta. Malcolm Delaney comes in for Kent Bazemore. Atlanta leading by 4. Schroeder passes to Plumlee. Here's Delaney. From beyond the arc, it's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. George. Nice spin off the left rim and in. George has got 8 points.
And this is a shot Paul George makes consistently, right? When he's in rhythm, he's ready to fire off the bounce.
Schroeder outside. He's off on that one. Grant. No good on that one. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The Hawks on top, up 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys, I think, have done a really good job of moving the ball and sharing the ball, and they're finding open men and they're willing passers, and I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Open shots tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. It was a shaky first quarter for Atlanta. They gave themselves a lot of work to do by letting the deficit get to as many as 9 points in the period. They got on a more positive track in the second quarter, coming together offensively and getting enough stops to come from behind and grab a 2-point lead at the half. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. Second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. And so in the game for the Hawks, Schroeder and Bazemore are in the backcourt. Collins is out there with Prince, and it's Dedmon in at the 5 spot. Now here's Patterson. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 8 rebounds in this game. Kicks it to Bazemore. A 3 ball. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Robertson's checked in. Patterson against Collins. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Patterson.
Well, the tight defense having zero effect on Patrick Patterson. As strong as he is, he just says, hey, bring it, fellas. I'm going to score it anyway.
Schroeder dishes to Collins. It's good. Collins has got 10.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
Now here's Westbrook. Dishes to Robertson. Back to Westbrook. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Schroeder. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Westbrook.
I'll tell you this, it doesn't matter if the defender's bigger, stronger, Russell Westbrook doesn't care. He's going to make a shot.
It's Schroeder with the drive. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, you know, he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
And he knocks down the first one. Schroeder hits them both.
Boy, he's just been so consistent, right? I mean, every time he's gotten to the stripe, he's delivered. This is great stuff.
And Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Pass to Adams. He feeds it to Robertson. Pass to Westbrook. And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw good, Westbrook.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
Both free throws good from Westbrook.
I don't know what to talk about first. The explosiveness, the smarts. This guy, Russell Westbrook, one of the best athletes in the league, and just getting smarter and smarter about how to attack.
Shot off the pick, and that one comes up a bit short. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
The Hawks again can't hit. Thunder trailing by 3. And Robertson kicks to Patterson. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And we take a look here at the shot chart for Atlanta.
Well, when you have a whole team that is locked in, this is what your shot chart looks like. They are moving the ball well and taking shots with confidence. When this team comes out and is knocking it down from all over like they are right now, they are one of the toughest in the league to beat.
Now here's Bazemore. 18 points for him. Collins kicks it to Bazemore. Schroeder against George. The drive by Schroeder. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
It's stolen by Schroeder. The pass to Dedmon. He kicks to Bazemore. The feed to Collins. Back to Bazemore. Shot clock at 6. They set the pick over Adams. Bazemore misses. Thunder trailing by 5. And Robertson has it in the corner. From 17 feet out, Atlanta with the rebound.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
Now, here's Westbrook after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Adams' shot is off. Schroeder against Westbrook. Schroeder kicks it to Bazemore. Adams brings the double team. Feeds it to Dedmon. It's tipped.
Well, persistent defense on the part of Patrick Patterson. This guy anticipates the shot and says, no, sir.
Atlanta leading by 5. Bazemore with it. Westbrook picks him up. And Bazemore kicks to Collins. Here's Dedmon. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Dedmon's got 6.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Nick Collison's checked in for the Thunder. Brewer comes in for George. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Taylor's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Roberson. 9 points in the game so far. He dishes it to Collison. Westbrook against Taylor. Patterson passes to Roberson. Shoots over Bazemore. Robertson can't hit. Hawks have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Collins. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And it's a 9-point Atlanta lead. Brewer pushes to Westbrook. Looking to end the drought. Back to Brewer. Shoots a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. 7 points in the game.
Well, you see Russell Westbrook just seeking out his teammates. What an ability to set up his guys.
Taylor kicks to Collins. There's the dish to Dedmon. Here's Taylor. Slammed in by Taylor.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like it. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Not only can he make plays for others, he can take it upon himself to finish.
Here's Bazemore following the score by Oklahoma City. Prince kicks to Dedmon. There's a screen. Bazemore for 3. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup tonight. These two teams will only face off twice all season.
Well, so you want to make these opportunities count, right? Since they don't see each other often, it's going to be an intriguing battle.
The Hawks leading by 4. Taylor passes to Collins. Patterson against Taylor. Prince with it. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Russell Westbrook is an elite talent. He knows how to make tough shots.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Mike Muscala comes in for Collins. Bembry's checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Kent Bazemore.
One shot.
Here's Taylor. 9 points in the game so far. Passes it to Muscala. The Hawks again can't hit.
I'll tell you, he's not going to get in his coach's good graces if he's missing wide open looks like that.
Westbrook against Taylor. It's Westbrook with the drive. Taylor with the rebound.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Pass to Bembry. Jacks up a three. The Thunder pull it in. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Well, the nice rise and fire on the jumper. Patterson taking advantage of the space given.
The Hawks trailing. Taylor dishes to Plumlee. Plumlee with the screen. Taylor kicks to Muscala. Drops in the layup for two. Muscala's got his first bucket of the night. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. A different look for Oklahoma City. Grant, he's checked in for Patterson. Alex Abrinas comes in for Roberson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. There's the pick. Felton attacking. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Now Taylor, he's got 9. Off the screen, and Grant sends it back. And the Thunder pushing it up now. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Taking a look at some stats for Brewer, how his last 10 games have gone. Averaging about 7 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role. Knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
He's off on the first.
Well, free throw shooting is a constant cause of concern for them, and today that concern has been front and center.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
Here's Delaney. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Good on the shot.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Now, here's Felton. Outside Collison. Kicks it to Brewer. Lock at 6. There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That is his first foul of the game.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Delaney. Makes it off the glass. Delaney's got 5 points so far. Oklahoma City trailing. Felton kicks to Collison. There's the pick. Brewer the pass to Collison. Back to Brewer. 5 on the clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Brewer hits them both. And Atlanta has possession. Taylor kicks to Muscala. Pass to the Bembry. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Delaney. He has 5. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the bucket by the Hawks. No one covering. And it's 7 points for Raymond Felton.
Well, Felton definitely likes getting open from beyond the arc, a solid perimeter scorer.
And Plumlee kicks to Delaney. The pass to the Bembry. Plumlee with the screen. Shot off the pick. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And here is Felton. 7 points in the game. Collison kicks to Brewer. Here's Grant. From outside, off the mark.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Taylor passes to the Bembry. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, now it's a 3-point Hawks lead. 29 seconds left to play in the third. Felton dishes to Collison.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Brewer. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Schroeder's checked in. Second free throw, no good. The Hawks leading.
And slow things up here with a chance to get the last shot of the quarter.
Exactly right. That's what you'd like to see. Hopefully they play the clock to perfection here.
Now here's Felton. 7 points in the game. To the wing on the left. Here's Abrinas. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Hawks lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now, trust each other, and trust the loads. It's not just one-on-one defense, it's together.
A little help from your friends. This is what Billy wants. He wants a lot of communication, wants teamwork. And guys, you were talking during that break. You think his team is listening?
That
Well, you also have to credit the other team. I always say, they get checks on the 1st and 15th also. I mean, the offensive play calling is having an effect, and let's just see how they respond.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. On the wings, Abrinas and George. Grant is out there with Adams. Then it's Felton in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And Atlanta has possession. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Here's Delaney. And it's off from three-point range. The Thunder shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Abrinas. The shot from the low post is good. Abrinas has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Thunder. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Schroeder kicks to Plumlee. Plumlee with the screen. Schroeder against Adams. Schroeder outside. Plumlee with the screen. Plumlee with a screen on Adams. That doesn't go either for Schroeder. And here now the Thunder. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets to take the lead. And there's the nice layup by George. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Yeah, Paul George very confident down on the low block. He positions himself well to get off any shot he wants.
Schroeder passes to Muscala. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Hawks, Wayne Dedman comes in for Plumlee, and it's Prince in for Benbrook. Schroeder against Felton. Schroeder kicks to Muscala.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Felton kicks to George. Dedman with the block. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Collins checked in for the Hawks. And it's the Thunder with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Shot from the wing. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Now, here is George. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Now, Kevin, we see Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
Two shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, you got to love the passion of Paul George. He plays with his heart. I mean, this guy is a standout player who has the drive to be an all-time great.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Andre Robertson comes in for Alex Abrinas. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Raymond Felton. And both free throws good for Paul George. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. Drops it in from 14 feet away. And the Hawks lead by 1.
It's a tight one. Neither team really able to create any separation.
Dishes to Adams. He feeds it to George. Screen by Adams. And Patterson kicks to George. Passes it to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Now the superb athleticism of Russell Westbrook on full display. The vertical out of this world.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. Now here's Bazemore. Schroeder dishes to Dedmon. Hangs in the air. And there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Thunder have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Back to Westbrook. In the corner, it's Patterson. His three-pointers off the mark. The Hawks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Now the feed to Schroeder. Six to shoot. The Hawks again can't hit. The Thunder shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Well, superb decision-making from Paul George. Effortless when setting up his teammates with the pass.
Here's Dedmon. Adams, some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Robertson kicks to George. Back to Robertson. Schroeder against Westbrook. To the inside. Here's George. The rebound by Prince.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
They've got to be willing to step up.
Oh!
Stop it! I'll tell you, there's a tenacity to his driving ability that is almost awe-inspiring. Go ahead, Russell.
The Hawks trail it. Schroeder with the ball. Collins, a screen on Westbrook. It's Schroeder with the drive. And here's Prince outside. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's the screen. And finished off by Westbrook.
Kevin, how fast does Russell Westbrook get off the ground? Defender, you're in trouble.
One shot.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Schroeder kicks to Collins. Feeds it to Schroeder. Prince outside. Collins, a screen on George. Prince with it. George picks him up. There's the pick. Off the pick. Atlanta gets it back.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Prince outside. Second shot opportunity. Kept alive. Collins. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Outside for George. It's good from long range. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Lined it up and knocked it down. His second triple tonight.
Schroeder passes to Dedmon. The Hawks working the ball around. Schroeder dishes to Dedmon. Here's Collins. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. George, no good. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Bazemore. No good. Adams, some nice D. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. Prince outside. Count it. Prince has got 7 points here in this quarter. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Screen by Adams. The dish now to George. Off the screen. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Free throw good, Paul George. And George drops them both.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Now Schroeder. And again, it's Atlanta.
That coverage is just too weak. I mean, heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you a game.
It's baffling that he's someone they'd leave alone in that situation. You can get away with that early in the game, maybe, but not now.
Patterson, the screen, and stolen by Prince. In the corner, George with it. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 22.
Boy, this guy has been transcendent this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
Schroeder with the ball. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Schroeder dishes to Collins. Not happening there. 5 misses now and 13 shots from the floor. Outside Westbrook. Rebound by the Hawks. Dedmon's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Schroeder against Westbrook. Westbrook with the steal. He kicks to Patterson. Back to Westbrook. Dedmon with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Nobody near George. No good on the quick 3.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, 1 miss isn't going to change that. If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Roberson the pass to Patterson. And George kicks to Patterson. Outside Westbrook. 5 to shoot. And finished off by Westbrook.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
And obviously makes him very difficult to defend because he can fly right over you. I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Pass to Patterson. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Well, we know that Patrick Patterson can step away and be a force as a face-up guy, but still plenty dangerous inside.
That doesn't go either for Schroeder. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. And it's George finishing it off.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
One shot.
That's good from George. There's 1:17 left to play here in the 4th. Down low. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. And that one misses. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them to within 10.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Oklahoma City.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Russell Westbrook.
Boy, what a security blanket this guy has been on the offensive end. He made sure they didn't suffer any cold spells. And anytime the offense started to get stagnant, they could get him the basketball, and he'd get them in the right position.
Here's Abrinas. Out of hand on it. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Nobody near Schroeder. Here's Plumlee. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Boy, look at how hard he pursues the basketball. Gets out of his area. Terrific work on the offensive glass.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Atlanta calls timeout. They trail by 8. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Schroeder. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. And so he hits both. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
He's clobbered, and he'll get 3 shots at the line.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
He makes the first of 3, and that trims the lead to 6. The second one drops, and that brings them within 5. And no good on the third free throw. So he ends up going 2 of 3. And now we've got the intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker.
Well, Steven Adams is a guy who understands his role. He wants to play hard-nosed defense. He wants to score it anytime he's got a deep touch in the paint. Love his approach.
Atlanta calls timeout. They trail by 6. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Unless it's an and one, a 2-pointer makes no sense. Unfortunately for them, the defense knows this too.
Here's Delaney, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Taylor dishes to Plumlee. Prince the pass to Delaney. The wide open look for Plumlee. Offline. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Corey Brewer. Great job out there tonight. Seemed like the team was very cohesive. What's working?
You know, we play as a team. That's what we got to do to win games. You know, we're able to get up and down, play fast, and free-flow basketball. And we're knocking down shots. We're a really good team.
Corey, thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.